Meet Chef Jonas. He loves food. And when I mean love, I mean obsessed. I mean passion to the very core. I mean, look at how awesome I am at cooking. Dance like no one's watching. Obsessed. For Jonas, being a chef is more than just cooking. It is pure l'amour, personified. He puts in experience, mind and heart in every dish he creates, followed by hearty servings of chest bumping. But at the end of the day, Jonas is all about creating food that makes people happy. And of course, about being a big hit with the ladies.
Now I'm going to show you some tricks of the trade so you can cook like a pro at home. I'll show you how to turn everyday ingredients into gourmet dishes and how you can get out of sticky culinary dilemmas in a flash, all without having to break the bank. So load up on the prep, self-confidence, and awesomeness, and get ready to be the chef of your own kitchen.
All this and more on Chef Next Door with Jonas Ng.
So contrary to popular opinion, the term boys' night out doesn't always mean doing stupid things when you're drunk, and somehow those stupid things always end up on YouTube. Well, actually it is. Who am I kidding? But that doesn't mean you don't deserve some good chow before you get drunk. And just to prove that, I invited the boys over to my place, and since the stuff we're gonna be doing and the drinks we're gonna be drinking aren't really for this restaurant, we're gonna do some really epic bar chow at my place, and this one is gonna be for the books.
Epic parties call for epic flavors, epic crunch, and epic spice. The only rule tonight, never run out of refills. At the very top of tonight's party food pyramid, the ultimate dude salad. Guacamole, salsa, and chips. Lots and lots of it. Every time my barkada knows I'm cooking, they automatically ask for truffle popcorn. True story. It's like a weird default response or something. So there, might as well plan for it. Nothing says boys' night out like a batch of my irresistible hot wings. Trust me, this recipe packs a big masculine punch of hot sauce. And finally, the building blocks of a solid dude hangout menu. Sausage and peppers, the perfect union of salty and spicy. Paired with beer, and boom, instant good times. Let me just pack some more good times in this cooler, if you know what I mean.
Alright, for tonight's epic drinking showdown, I'm more than ready to go. Crispy stuff? Check. Hot stuff? Check. Alcohol? Check, check, and check. Let's go. Hot sauce. A party is not a party without hot sauce. What to choose? There's so many different kinds. But for this case, I just want it extra hot. This is to embarrass my friends. Let's go. Avocados. I need them for my guacamole. How do I know they're ripe? I use my senses. If they're tender, they're ripe and ready to go. Most people don't know, but there are over 40 different kinds of avocados available in the retail market. And the good thing is, they're 90% fat, but it's good fat. That's why I make sure you choose the ripe ones. So many peppers available. What you're gonna buy depends on what you need it for and how hot you want it to be. Just remember, the smaller, the spicier. Almost forgot. I need my tomatoes for my salsa. The riper, the redder, the more tender, the better.
And we're done. Nope. Yeah, nope. Yeah, we're done. After setting the stage with my mise en place, I can finally get this show on the road. Let's get this party started with some dude-friendly dips. And with my mise en place almost done, I can finally start with my first thing, which is called guacamole. It's made with avocados, one of my favorite things in the world. I love it because it's ripe, it's tender already, I can feel it, and this is how I kind of like to do my avocados.
cut it in half. It's really slippery just to cut it on the board, so I tend to do it on hand. And dicing it like this will remove the risk of me slipping on the cutting board. And for oxidation's sake, because fat oxidizes when it reacts with oxygen, I take a little lemon, some acid, and it also helps the flavor. If I had limes, that would be better. It will make the recipe that much more authentic. But a little lemon juice will go a long way to keeping it green.
Shallots, tomatoes, garlic. Whoop, there it is.
I learned how to make guacamole from some of my friends who had lived in Mexico or traveled in Mexico and eaten there. And one of the things that I learned was to really give it an extra kick. We already put lemon juice in it, but putting a little bit of cilantro in it. Some people call it coriander, some people call it wansui. In Chinese, we call it yansui, the original name. And just because it's me, I like to put a little bit of spice in it because my friends are coming and my friends like it spicy. And I want it to be a little bit of extra spicy so that they drink more beer. The best way to mash this is with a fork. And you know what? I think I'd like to put a little bit of hot sauce in it. Because hot sauce is gonna give it that extra Jonas kick, make this dish extra, extra sexy. And using a fork will mash it in a way that it's nice and coarse, but it's still nice and smooth and combine all the ingredients in a way that makes it very, very beautiful. Just to add that extra kick to it, hot sauce makes it a little bit caliente. Now, as always, use your senses, taste it. This tells me it needs a little bit more salt and pepper, olive oil. It makes it that much more creamy and delicious and glossy and goes well with chips. Let me wrap my guacamole and allow my flavors inside the guacamole to get to know each other. This will protect also the flavors and keep it inside the bowl and allow them to be friends. Because I have all my mise en place ready, I can start with my salsa, another easy bar chow to do, and it goes perfect with chips. I remember going to supermarket and just saying, why do I have all these chips with all these flavors and not have anything to dip in? And I found a bottle with some salsa and I go, I'm not gonna pay so much for that. It's so easy, it's so simple to do. Now, the thing with this is you have some nice tomatoes, similarly chopped shallots. I like my garlic. I have a green chili, and I also like to use some really spicy bird's eye chili. And it's really nice because it gives you that hit, that spice, and that's what I'm all about. I'm just gonna take some lemon juice. If I had limes, even better. And to take it to that extra level, I wanna put some cilantro. And it just gives that salsa a beautiful flavor, and a lot of the flavors in the stems and the roots, so don't throw those away. Season it well, and then let them get to know each other. Same thing with my guacamole. Let it rest in the fridge, in the chiller. And this is one of those things that it actually tastes better the longer you leave it in, because that gives the ingredients time to really combine and get to know each other really well. And that was that easy. I'm gonna go to my next dish.
Lemon juice is gold in the kitchen. Don't have a juicer to do the job? No problemo. Use the back of a spoon instead. Just a little elbow grease and you have yourself liquid gold. Good things come to those who wait. So while we wait for these babies to chill in the ref, I'm setting the stage for my sausage and peppers dish. More epic man-eats coming up on Chef Next Door. My Epic Boys Night Out menu is off to a fantastic start. Guac and salsa are done, and they're chilling in the ref with tonight's beer rations. Well, except for this one I'm holding. Now we move on to the next item on our dude menu, sausage and peppers.
All right, next dish, sausage and peppers and onions. It's one of those things where I had to come up with a really quick bar chow that was restaurant quality, and all I did was look at my freezer, my fridge, and nothing, literally nothing was left. It was just sausage in the freezer. That's why I had to thaw it. And I had onions and I had peppers. But thinking about a dish like this, as I heat up my pan with butter, because that's more flavor. A dish like this, and when a chef comes up with a dish, what we're thinking about are textures, flavors, and things that go well together. Like in this case, the savoriness of the sausage, the sweetness of the onions and peppers, and texturally, the sausage is soft, but at the same time, you have your onions and your peppers that are texturally crunchy, and you cook them only to a point where it's crunchy, so you don't really cook it too well or too much. And what I want to do is I want to start with my sausages, and I know the butter is hot, and like I said, when you're cooking, cook with your senses. And in this case, I'm listening for the right sizzle. If I hear that right sizzle, I know my pan is hot enough. And that's the reason I tend to encourage people to preheat their pans. And while that's happening, let me talk to you about my onions. The onions and the peppers have a lot of surface sugar in them. And what I try to do when I add my onions to my pan really, really hot, I want to prevent the surface sugars from caramelizing and burning. And for that, what I do is I add a little bit of salt as soon as I add my onions and peppers. A small amount of salt, because of its nature, tends to take a lot of moisture out of what's inside, and it allows the onions and the peppers to cook evenly and not burn before the inside is cooked. Because as a chef, you're thinking about adding extra levels, different levels of flavor and texture and color as well. Because it's me, let me add my favorite ingredient, hot sauce. So now in this one dish, you have the savoriness of butter. You have the savoriness of sausage. It's soft, but it goes with the crunch of the onions and the peppers. And then you have that extra kick, that extra level of spiciness in the hot sauce. And when you're doing dishes like this, you have to think about what it's for, the occasion, the intention. It's a dish that's meant to be had with liquor, with beer, with cold beer. When you're coming up with bar chow, you want dishes that are spicy, crunchy, salty, because that encourages drinking. Plus, people really love things like this, and it's sizzling and it's hot. Encourages them to drink more. I just wanted extra spicy for my friends. And look at that beautiful thing. And I'm gonna take a plate. Look at that. Beautiful. Quite sexy.
The guys are arriving soon, so I need to get a move on with this evening's pièce de résistance. My super awesome take on the ubiquitous hangout food, hot wings.
Dude, Jonas! Yo, what's up, man? Huh. Yo, what's up, guys? Let me get you guys a beer.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on such short notice. It's always a great thing to have you guys around. Listen, I got my chicken in the oven, it's baking, and then I'm gonna deep fry it, toss it in my hot sauce, my famous pub wings. And then I'm gonna do sausage and peppers, your favorite. And I got some guacamole and I got some salsa in the fridge. It's just getting friendly, and I'm gonna serve it with some nachos, perfect with beer.
Dude,
Thank you.
truffle popcorn?
Of course, man. Truffle popcorn. I got some popcorn here for you. All right, just let me get the butter. And thank God I have some truffle. All right, this is one of the things, it's really easy to do, but it's one of the things that people in Le Jardin, especially when we're doing functions, it's super simple. All I have to do is melt some butter, flavor that butter with truffle oil, and then just follow the instructions on this thing if I can read it. I've been drinking quite a bit, so sorry about that. I'll try my best to do my popcorn thing. I just have to follow the instructions, and for this, thank God for Chef Mike. He does all the work for me. My popcorn's in the microwave with Chef Mike. I got my butter melted. I just have to combine it with some truffle oil, which I always have in my pantry. And once the popcorn is popped, Just mix it and we're good. A little bit of parsley makes it nice. If you don't have truffle oil on hand, it's okay. You can use any infused oil. Popcorn's done. Shake, shake, shake. Look at all that beautiful steam. While it's still hot, I try to toss my popcorn in the flavored oil and finish it with some parsley. A little bit more truffle. It's one of those things where it's really simple to do, actually affordable. Just don't use too much truffle oil. All right, you first. Like Le Jardin, right? Jazz your bar chow up. Drink to that.
Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
When Chef Next Door comes back, I'll show you how to crisp those wings up to epic proportions. Stick around, guys. I've got my guac and salsa in the ref, my sausage and peppers on hand, and my wings in my trusty Elba oven pre-cooking as I speak. Good job, Jonas.
And my chicken is just baked and it's fully cooked. Love it. How do I know it's cooked? You guys know? I know it's cooked because when I touch the chicken, it's firm, the juices are running clear, no more pinkish blood, and most of all, the skin is pulling away from the bone. Now, my oil is getting hot. I'm gonna make my sauce, and my butter is already melted. Next is hot sauce. The butter gives it a real sheen, gives it some real flavor, and makes it extra glossy, and that's what I love about it. Salt, pepper, and I know that my oil is already dancing, like me. It's dancing. Sorry. Sorry, drinking. So the oil's already dancing, so use your senses. You don't always have to have a candy thermometer. In fact, I do, it's just not working right now. But in the restaurant, I always have a deep fryer with a thermostat, and that's super easy. But when you don't have it, use your senses. It's your most powerful tool. So my oil is pretty hot already. And I know it's already cooked. The thing here is I want you to put it one by one, gently. Don't drop your chicken because I learned the hard way. It will splash on you and it really hurts. I'm loving this. They're golden brown, they're really crispy. They're still moist inside because I didn't dry them out. Just a little bit of draining, a little bit of oil, but I want some oil still in there. I'm tossing it, season it properly. And with bar chow, what you want to do is you want to serve people with some food that is spicy, salty, and crispy. Because it's scientifically proven, crispy food, like crunchy food, like chips and stuff, they're scientifically proven to relieve stress. Now, salty food will make you want to drink more. And oily food will line your stomach so that when you're drinking alcohol at the same time, like beer, like us, when you're drinking alcohol at the same time as eating fatty food, the fat will coat your stomach lining and your body will absorb the alcohol a little bit slower, so you get to drink a little bit more and you get to drink longer. And for that, I say cheers to bar chow. So, you want to try tossing it? Jonas' famous pub wings. Cheers to that. I love meat. I love them too. But most of all, I love pub wings. Yo, thanks for being on time! Yo, have a seat, have some drinks. So, there you have it. Some seriously good eats that any kitchen noob can do with just the right amount of knowledge and practice. So I'm gonna get this party started with my boys because this night is going to be epic. Gentlemen, good luck and may the strongest drinker be the last man standing. Cheers! Check, check. Let's go. For tonight's epic drinking showdown, I got my grocery list all ready to go. Crispy